This is a little bonus content of Behind the Camera with AndyGames. Today, I'm here with Mr. Gizmo. Giz, how are we doing today?
Doing well, Andy. How are you?
I'm all good, mate. All good. So yeah, so the whole idea of this, just want to get the let the people get to know you just a little bit better. So if you just want to like give us a bit of a background into yourself and your gaming history and sort of how you got to like where you are today, just in terms of your gaming and streaming.
Um, Mr. Gizmo. My name's Mo, and I started streaming. I think it was around during COVID time, around 2 years ago. I was bored at home, and I seen everybody jumping on TikTok, and TikTok was like a big thing then. And then I think maybe about a month or so beforehand, GoldenEye 007 hit the Xbox like game store type thing. And I downloaded it and I played it, and I thought, you know what, I'm getting good at this, and I got a little bit better. So I just decided to stream, and it was a very cursed setup, just using my Xbox to go live to Twitch, and then from TikTok live, then I just capturing a browser.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. I used to have 100, 150, 200 plus people in there, and they were just baffled by me and how I could play the game and stuff. And then I sort of let go a little bit for about a year, and then sort of just hung out silently in Logan streams here and there, and just with a bit of boost of confidence from him and even people like yourself, I just decided to go, you know what, like let's send it, let's just give it a
Yeah,
go. And
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah.
it's good because like a lot of people that I've spoke to like in the past, about this is like a lot of people did start during COVID, and like COVID was really the perfect time to start because like a lot of people weren't really doing anything anyway, and I think as well like in the industry that you work in, there was like a lot of remote work available because all you need to be is like a computer, right? So at the same time,
Correct.
a lot of free time. It's just like let's play a game. So then, how did like okay, in terms of GoldenEye, like how was that then the game of choice? Was that just a case of it was a game you played in the past, or was it just kind of, oh, let's just give this a go, and then it just kind of turned into what it did?
So it's a bit of a mix. It was at the time when the game sort of just launched again on the Switch and the Xbox. It was just widely streamed by a lot. Like on my For You page, it was just everywhere. Everybody
Hmm.
was streaming it. And then I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. I used to play it as a kid, but I never owned a copy as a kid. I used to rent
Hmm.
it and play it, so
Oh
I was
man,
never this good at it. But
back in the day,
even up
man.
until back in the day, you get a Blockbuster, you rent it for a week, and you give it back to them after a month, and you pay the fees and whatnot. But I think about a few months ago, I decided to just pick up the controller again and go, let me try this, and I think I got like 40 minutes, and then I kept dropping my time, and I'm now on Xbox. I'm the fastest Australian speedrunner for the agent category, and the third fastest in the world. So there aren't that many submissions, I'm gonna say, but hey,
Doesn't
it's
matter.
still
Still on the podium,
something.
like as well, like and
Yeah,
like and with you'll know yourself with speedrunning, having like dip your toes in the water with other games as well. Like it does become like an addictive process, doesn't it? Like it's just a sort of
yeah.
case where it's like, you know, okay, I've got this time, but I lost time here. I could improve here, this, that, and the other. So yeah, it's like it's pretty cool, and I think GoldenEye is definitely like a because I've seen a few people do GoldenEye, but not as much. So I think
Yeah.
with that, it kind of gives like a bit of a decent advantage in terms of exposure because not many people do it. But obviously, it's a classic game. Like everybody knows
Yeah.
GoldenEye. Everybody is like kind of everybody played it as a kid, so it was like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So like what other then sort of games like do you play? Like so is it so you started off just speedrunning GoldenEye, but then like was there like any kind of casual gaming as well when you started streaming, or was it more just like, okay, I find this is what I'm gonna do, it's going well, I'm gonna continue on this way?
No, definitely some more game variety. So Super Mario 64 is another game that I absolutely love. However, I also noticed so many people are streaming it, between you and Logan and this and that and the other. There are just so many other streamers doing Mario and Beats and Austin and whatnot. So I just wanted to go, you know what, like, I like this game. I love this game, but let me just do a bit of a variety. So, I recently decided to pick up the controller and play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. And that went really, really well. We finished the game 2 nights ago. It was funny. I had, when I was up to the final level, I had the most I've ever had on my Twitch. I had 19 viewers on there, and for me, that's huge. Like, to have 19 people watch me beat the boss and whatnot and finish the game. So yeah, we did that. I'm currently also playing Diddy Kong Racing. I'm in a tournament coming up, so are you, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
It's pretty cool that you got a buy, by the way. Like, I don't know how you managed to. I don't know how much you paid Dini, but like,
I might have bribed him with a podcast appearance, but we'll.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so we're doing a bit of a cheeky that, and I want to start Banjo-Kazooie soon. It's a game that I've played once and I'm not really good at it, and I want to play the games that I'm not good at.
Yeah.
And then improve on, and then probably move back to Ocarina of Time again, but randomizer, which I've never done before.
Yes, randomizer, Ocarina of Time randomizer. I've seen Sir T start doing that, and like it looks incredible. I've seen a few people do it before as well. But like the way people, so like it's one of those ones where before you boot up the ROM itself, you have to select what you want randomized. So like similar to Mario, except like there's a lot more you can do with Ocarina of Time. Yeah. One thing I've never seen anybody do is randomize the entrances. So like if you leave Kokiri, you could end up in like the Water Temple, for example. And I'm like, I'm like, why? Why don't I do it? Just do this. It's like, but so I know for a fact I'm going to do that because I love chaos, man. I fucking love chaos.
That'll be so chaotic. I mean, just playing the base game for me, I was so unhinged. Like, I think a lot of people jump into my stream because I just let loose. I've got no filter. I'll just send it. I mean, from the emotes that you've created me recently. We just send it type thing. I don't care. I should be worried about getting banned, but at the moment I'm not, and we just send it. But I don't know what to expect if I do actually play randomizer and play it to that level. So yeah, it'll be definitely interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Last night I decided to, there was a suggested game by one of my viewers to play Pokemon Stadium. So we fired that up last night, and up until my internet crashing, it was actually really good.
Yeah, Pokemon Stadium is good. Like, even though it does get like a little bit samey, it's like there's obviously like a strategy involved, because like there's only like, obviously, you've got like a limited amount of like Pokemon, for example. So there's like, you kind of have to strategize that, and obviously it does get harder as it goes on, and like it's it's actually, I think that game is like incredibly slept on. Like, I only recently learned about Pokemon Stadium that like the actual like the way to beat it is to unlock Mewtwo and fight Mewtwo, and I had no idea about this until like sometime like maybe the start of this year or last year or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so it's like, like the main stadium bit on like the menu.
Well, the thing is, I've only ever done the quick battles. I've never done the full stadium ever. Yeah, but go on.
If you beat every single fight in the stadium, all the cups, all of the battles, then the final battle is Mewtwo. I did not know this, and I was actually just kind of like blown away. So yeah, like, and again, it's like it's the good thing as well about retro game. But like, even just like to touch on what you said there before about like worrying about like being banned or something, like, do you feel that like you have to like filter yourself, or do you like feel like it's important to just be yourself on the, because like I to take one of your recent streams, for example, I had not laughed as much in a long time than I did in like half an hour of watching your stream. Just all of the random stuff that we were coming out with, just the wit, all the clever, just everything. It was just like, But like, do you feel like, being on like TikTok, do you feel like you need to kind of like rein that in, or would you prefer to just be like, be yourself if that is like entertaining to people? Because I think it goes a
Well,
long way.
yeah, no, 100% correct. So on when I'm streaming to TikTok, I definitely need to tone it down a little bit. I gotta watch, make sure I'm not vaping, for example. I gotta watch what I say because you get reported and whatnot.
Hmm.
I noticed that like for example, recently I had there was this clip of me in that I posted on TikTok of a mummy in Ganon's castle that decided to sort of attack me. And I said, oh, get off me, you molester and bastard, this, that, and the other. And then after I slashed him, I decided to like stand on top of him and just teabag him a little bit. So I'm like, how do you like that? How do you like that? I'll teabag you so and so, and I won't go into detail, but you know what I mean. And I posted that, and actually like got a lot of hits and whatnot. And then TikTok took it down, like
Really?
violation of
Well, I mean,
community
I
guidelines.
can understand given like the content behind it, but I remember because I
Yeah,
remember that, and that was one of the things that, oh my god, I was absolutely, I was nearly in tears of how much I was laughing at that. Like literally sitting working with your stream on in the background, and like I was honestly absolutely crying with laughter. It was just so funny, just the fact that it
that's
just, and
yeah,
I
that's the
think that
aim.
that's good, and I think as well, like I think, excuse me, like I think what is important is like being able to sort of play like a good variety of games, but also like being entertaining while doing that, even if it's games you've played before, games you're like playing for the first time. Like I think because that's like something that's like good for like viewer retention, and like it sounds as though like you've got like a really good plan of things to come, and it's just a case of I want to do this, I want to do that, and like that's fine. Like you're not like pigeonholing yourself into one category, which I think is like people do, and it's like it can be dangerous because then that's what they become known for, and then if they want to change, the people who that like the community is built around, they don't really kind of care for anything else, kind of thing. So it's like it's good, like it's important to just be yourself, and even if you have to kind of tone it down for
Yeah,
TikTok's sake, like um
yeah,
so as
100%.
well, so just let's step outside of then. Let's step outside of gaming for a second. So what's something about you that like the viewers here today might not know about you in terms of like hobbies, interests, just anything like what's like a fun fact um
Um, I
about
think
Mr. Giz?
I'm quite an open person, and I talk openly a lot about myself. So most people already know a lot about me. But yeah, I think just outside of gaming, for me, my hobbies are camping with the family.
Mm.
I'm a very dangerous. I love my dangerous activities. So when I go forward driving, I don't just go normal forward driving. I make sure we pick tracks that are nearly impossible, that are very wet, and I've got my two little boys in the car. They're with me as well. People know that I've flipped my car with my, like, as an example. All right,
Mm.
some people know this story, but my wife was pregnant with the my third child, my daughter, and maybe about 2 weeks before giving birth, she's like, I want to go to the snow. I want to go to the snow. Adamant, she wants to go to the snow. So we head up towards the snow. It's about a 2.5 hour drive, and about
Mm.
2 minutes from getting to the top, I come around the corner and I hit some wet potholes, and my car starts sliding left and right, and I was gonna fall off the cliff. And rather than fall off the cliff, I decided to hit the bank. I was driving very slow, but instead of hitting the bank, I climbed up the bank, and my car just flipped on its side, and I landed on the floor. Like, I
Oh
landed on
wow.
the floor. I'm on the floor, and my big fat ass pregnant wife is just up the top there, and and yeah,
Sure, she'd
so
love to hear
so
you
here,
describe her that way.
uh, yeah, I think she knows the story. And then we're stuck and we can't move anywhere. And then this seatbelt that's stuck on my wife, that she can't take off. So I decided to get a knife, and I had a knife. I've always carry a knife like in the car, a little pocket knife. And I went to cut the seatbelt. And as I went to cut the seatbelt, pressed the button, the seatbelt unlocked, and this big whale of an elephant mammoth child carrying woman decided to fall on me, which was great. Anyway, cut a long story short, we get out. We people come and stopped, and we get out of the vehicle. And you know what? We just simply flipped the car back, waited 10 minutes, started the car, and continued our drive. We didn't even drive back home. Like we just continued. Like just that daring sort of, you know, that's sort of what we do. Like I'm very adventurous. I love my outdoors, camping, forward driving, jet skiing, that kind of stuff, you know. But that's I'm unhinged, mate. I just say it as it is, Andy.
That's just honestly, I just absolutely love the descriptions there, but also fair play. Like, I mean, the fact that you flip the car, flip it back just casually as well, like, and then just like
we got the video. Yeah.
Oh, you got the video.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, we used my mate's forward drive and we used the winch and we flipped it back and we turned it on and we kept going. I've even got the video of us actually being flipped from the dash cam.
Wow, right.
I'll share it to you.
Yeah. Oh no, I definitely. I'd love to see that. Like, I love that. Like, I love that because like, it's you flip the car. It's like, are you okay? You okay? All good? No damage?
Yeah, well, that's sweet, literally Andy. Like, without getting into too much detail, like, babe, you good? Can you feel the baby? Baby's good. Any signs of anything else? Downstairs? No, we're all good. All right, do we drive 2 hours back down, or do we just go up? And we're like, well, it was 2 minutes to reach the top. Let's get to the top. Let's just relax for a bit, whatever. And then we just spent the day there and got back home. It wasn't the best when we got home because there was no reception. When we were there, and somebody took a photo of my car and posted it on Facebook, and it circulated back to my family who were trying to call me the whole time, and there was no reception there. So for 6 or 7 hours, they couldn't get through to us, and people thought we were dead.
Oh dear.
But it's in the end it was all right. But that's just one story about me. Like people know.
Absolute like daredevil, just sort of takes everything in its stride, sort of thing. But here, that's like that's a good way to be because you don't, what's the point in kind of going through life like worrying about things like that? You just kind of go do, obviously within like the realms of common sense, of course. Like
I
mean, obviously, like the priority there, making sure your family's okay, and then just like sweet. On we go, carry on.
No, we just keep going, Everything fell out of the car, out of the tub, like all over the road. We just picked it up, put it in the back of the tub again, and we just kept on going.
Like a big like pickup truck, Jeep type sort of thing. Or...
Yeah, it's a Toyota Hilux. It was a Toyota Hilux at the time. So it's
basically an armored tank.
It's one of those ones, yeah. So the reason why it flipped is because the car was so high. Yeah. Rather than me smash into the bank, the big tires climbed up the rock wall, and then we just slowly just sort of flipped, But that's it.
That's amazing. So I never would have known that myself about you, like, which is awesome, like, and I think as well the last sort of like few months that you've been doing this as well, like it's nice to see you've been yourself, you're just playing what you want, and like I know you put a lot out as well to your viewers, like what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see this? Do you want to see that? And it's just like I think that's good because it's like a casual streamer who is like also kind of not casual but like really serious about doing it, and it's like kind of just seeing in chat here Ash with me the huge flex with the podcast mug, like it's like goddamn right. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! There,
you got it, mate.
It's fucking huge.
I need one. Is that on your merch thing? Because if it is, I'll buy one.
It is, man. Yeah, it comes in 3 different sizes. This is a 20-ounce one, so it's a big unit.
I need one. I think I need one, Andy.
Appreciate that. So, kids, it has been C grade celeb status. Try Z grade celeb status, actually.
Okay.
And the hoodies as well, of course. The hoodies too. Yeah, just promoting everything as we go along here, like.
Got it, man. Yeah.
But yeah, kids. So like it's been I've enjoyed chatting to you here. Like it's been incredible. Do you have any final thoughts just for the viewers today? Just in terms of streaming life, anything you have to say or want to say?
Just the viewers, obviously, I gotta say, they're, I'll put my hand up and say they're not mine. I didn't find them. They're all from, primarily Logan and yourself, and the fact that they jump over and watch a fellow viewer who normally sits in chat with them to decide, you know what, I'm gonna jump in and watch this guy, this guy play games and even subscribe to him and whatnot. is absolutely amazing. So to each and every one of you who does jump into my streams, thank you, because it feels good. Whether I've got 3 people in there, whether I've got 30 people in there, it just feels good that I'm trying to be myself. I put these headphones on and I just zone out. It's the end of the night for me. Missus has gone to bed, kids are gone to bed. That bit of time for me, and then I get to spend it with you guys, and it just feels so good. So, if I'm ever too much, just come and tell me, let me know. I know I can be a bit much. I know you guys probably watch me for that reason, but if I do cross the line, we do need to come up with a safe word one day, and we will. I don't know what it is, but we'll come up with a safe word.
Pineapples.
But yeah, just that's it. But yeah, no, thanks. And Andy, to you, like a big, massive thank you to you. You've been such a great inspiration, support.
I
You've helped me
appreciate
set
that,
up, like, so much. Every single one of my emotes was like made by yours truly. And Mr. Gizwide, oh my god, that's like by far, it's the most used emote according to Twitch stats. So I'm, in between waiting for you now and jumping on this podcast. I was just about to create a Discord server, and it's like,
dude, yes.
what do you want to name it? I'm like, do I go Mr. Gizwide? I don't know.
That's the good thing about doing that though. Like, is you get that creative control in terms of what you want to like name it, and you can just change it like anytime that you want to. But like, just with what you're saying there, like like it is very, very common for when somebody starts streaming after being like in somebody else's community, like you mentioned, like sort of being in Logan's stream and stuff like that, and then kind of streaming yourself, and then people kind of coming over with that. Like that's like a very, very common thing. But what isn't as common there is the amount of people who actually stay as a result. And the fact that you've got that so far, and like, within no time you're hitting not nearly 20 people like per stream and stuff. And like, I think it's testament to sort of who you are as a person and a streamer. And that's just like unhinged and entertaining as fuck, really. Like to put it like, to put it in the best possible way.
I think I've got like 80 followers, and from the 80 followers, I've got like 28 subscribers. So that's I mean, that's massive,
and it's, doesn't it?
And like Andy, the money isn't great. Like you get bugger all. It's not the money part of it. It's just the extra things that you can do as an affiliate, and the extra things that you can deliver to your the viewers so they can engage more is just awesome. And that's it, I'm not in it to make money. If I could refund every single one of those and just have them just in there, but get all the perks, I would. It's just, I really, really enjoy it. It's been great. It's been great. It's only been like 4 weeks. And I don't know what the future holds, but we'll find out together, I suppose,
for sure. And like, it's good that like this is your little thing of a nighttime. You say, wife and kids are in bed. You just get to just chill. Like, what else would you be doing? Probably something similar, but offline, for example. And this is your little. Yep. I think that in itself says that you're in it for the right reasons. It's just a hobby, and people are kind of enjoying that and kind of going along with you, like on the journey and stuff like that. And that's like an incredible thing. Like, and honestly, like, fair play. And I'm buzzing to see. It's always like quite nice for me, because I always like, I'm like working from home, and then I get the notification, like, is like, okay, what carnage are we in for today? Like
that's the aim, and I'm glad. I'm glad. Again, it's just people like you and Logan that I've got so much to thank for. Like, Logan in particular, he really pushed me. I came to him and I said, I used to be a streamer, but I really want to do this again. And should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? I was worried. And you probably noticed, I don't care what I'm doing. It could be I could be just about to start a boss fight. I could be in the middle of a boss fight. If that man goes live, I'm going, right, guys, we're done. His viewers need to go back to him. And it's just hats off to people like him and yourself for just pushing me and driving me and supporting me. Like I feel like you're my brother, Logan. I've met him twice now. He's like my brother, and it's just so. I'll do anything for you guys. If you're here in Australia, mate, that's it. If you're in my town, you're mine. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna make you sure that you feel welcome. yeah, to each and every one, people that have sort of helped me, just thank you, man. That's all I
No,
want to
of
say.
course, and it's like it's well deserved, and like a massive like shout out to Logan there as well. I do see you here in the chat.
I,
You're a legend because like
oh, he is
it's
too.
the same, it's the same thing for me as well because that's how like Logan is how I got my start. Very very encouraging, very supportive, and that is like a massive thing because somebody who like streams like they don't have to do that. They do not have to do
Yeah,
that, and the fact that like
yeah, yeah,
him particularly goes out of his way to do these things and to help these people, give people that kind of confidence to get started. Like that's like an incredible thing. So Logan, massive shout out,
yeah.
fucking legend.
No, and to your point in that, like, he has jumped on stream multiple times and said, "Finish what you're doing and raid out." And I remember there was one stream I did a few, like maybe about 3, 4 streams ago, where I was about to raid out, and everyone's like, "No, no, no, just finish this," And it took me another 40 minutes, but I was surprised that I had like 10 people just stay.
Mm-hmm.
Like they actually stayed. I'm like, okay, I'll finish and I'll have one or two just watch, and the rest are gonna naturally go there. But I would see them bounce around, and they were supporting both him and I, which was amazing, And then I
Yeah, of
rated out to it.
course.
And it just feels good that, yeah, there's no sort of conflict.
Yeah,
That's what
of
I'm trying to
course.
avoid, that conflict. So between, yeah, him and I, and also Jim and I. Jim started streaming recently, so I'm trying to avoid that, and it's. We're making it work, which is great.
Yeah, and that is like
But
the
yeah,
important thing. It is important to make that sort of work because it can be like when you have that overlap with people, of like the same time zone and stuff, it does become a bit like sort of right, okay, I don't want to kind of like especially when there's like that shared viewership, you don't want to like overlap too much and it's just kind of like
yeah,
you want it to be sort of like yeah, you want it to be kind of fair for everybody in a sense. Like but like I do agree with the notion of finish what you're doing before you raid out because like the way I look at
yeah,
it, what's the point in getting to the vinegar stroke if you're not going to finish?
100%.
And I don't think
That makes
TikTok will
sense.
ban me for saying that because it's so
Nah,
ambiguous.
the vinegar stroke. I like that one. No, that's it, man. That's awesome. That's yeah,
But
it's great.
yeah, but
It's so
Giz,
good.
it has been a pleasure chatting to you for the last half an hour, man. Yeah, it's been good to getting to know you better. For
Same.
anybody who is in chat right now, if you do not follow Mr. Gizmo, definitely give him a follow. This is his. I've got his handle on the screen here, and that is also the same for Purple app as well, as they say. So if you're not already following Giz, definitely do. And also, if you're not already following Behind the Camera with AndyGames, then I would also appreciate a follow just if you're not already. But
100%.
I would like to. So I just want to kind of go through here. The gifts went a little bit out of control in the last few minutes while I was chatting there. So holy shit, I need to get caught up here.
Oh,
Um,
there's a lot of gifts.
there's a lot coming in. So okay, Jim, thank you for the coffee time. Money gone. Ruth, the potato in Paris, or the potato in Paris. Ozzy for the 4 coffee times. Kelly for the coffee time. Jim for the potato in Paris. Cadence the 3 coffee times. Logan the 10 coffee times. There we go. I think we are caught up. I think.
Nah, that's good. What do you got left for the weekend? Like, what are your plans?
So I have another podcast tonight. I forgot about
Oh
Ash.
yeah,
Ash, thank you for the flame hearts, and thank you for the plug of the behind the camera mug available on the show.
you got to turn off your filter, mate. To keep
I
your blur
know
filter.
I know the blur. It's because the room behind me is a fucking mess. Like I kind of don't want to like mess with
Yeah.
that.
I normally don't have the room behind me, but I thought I'll just get a little bit el
Yeah.
natural for
Oh,
this one,
exactly.
So
You got to. I would do the same. I said, but it's a mess back. It's a bomb site. Yes, the behind the camera bugs. I put this in Discord yesterday, and I accidentally misspelled mug, and I didn't notice for about 5 or 6 hours. And something within my community is if somebody spells something wrong, everybody will just reply with whatever the spelling mistake was. And that's it. And then they will basically become known as that for probably the foreseeable future. Like Chloe,
yeah.
Chloe's like the biggest victim of that. Like there we go. She spells everything ringed.
Oh.
She even got
Nice,
she
nice.
even spelled her middle name wrong as well, to be fair.
Luigi.
Luigi. It's like
Luigi.
the female Luigi.
Is that
Luigi.
is that Chloe? Is that Chloe Lou? 90. I'm getting 97.
Chloe
I'm
Lou,
guessing.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Could everybody just
She's
write?
alright.
Could everybody
She's
just
alright.
write ring in chat?
Ring. There you go.
But
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
I
You
think
got a good bunch. You got a good bunch there,
yeah,
man. They're so good.
exactly. It is. I think that itself is just testament to the fact that like everybody watching here, and like even the people who aren't here, who genuinely are like who do stop in and everything like that. People who do come in, like lives, they sub, they follow, everything like that. Like it is just that's the reason why like we're able to do this. And I think it's always like I don't think it's something that you can honestly say enough, because it's important. It's important to sort of like let the people know who make this possible that they do are the ones who make it possible. Jim,
100%.
thank you for the 5 chocolate crepes. Why am I getting little sorts of like French kind of themed gifts and potatoes? A lot of potatoes.
Potatoes. No, they're good. They're good. They're a good bunch, especially like when I'm playing GoldenEye, and in the second level when I'm go up to in facility you got Janice or Trevelyan at the time, and I'm like, oh, you better be there, you fucking British bastard or whatever. Like I say that on purpose. I try to trigger the Brits, and you do get a few of them that jump in and going, hey, fucking Brit slander or whatever, but I know they love it. I know they know that I'm not a racist or whatnot.
No,
but,
for sure. I think it's funny, like and got one of my favorite things about GoldenEye is the BTS.
Oh, the big bitty. I won't say it.
It's probably the best way to kind of describe
it. Yeah, BTS, mate. The British slander. There you go.
If you know, the BTS.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Ruth, thank you for the Vince the Vampire, Logan for the Jim
Sky
for
Horse
the chocolate
snaps,
crepes, and Ozzy for the potato in Paris. What are you talking
BTS. The best way we can describe it is big. These ones,
breasted salute,
and then female that's constantly doing something, but
promiscuous lady.
Promiscuous. Oh, that's
also BTS, not the Korean band. We're not allowed to talk about K-pop in here, and nobody is allowed to name themselves Jimin because you will get bullied, especially if you're like a 9-year-old. And that's another, if you know, that's a throwback. That one, like I think that's before your time, Giz, as well. That one.
Yeah, that was. I don't know that one.
It's not my story to tell, but here we go. Go hash Logan and Jim all day, all know. There was
you can tell me offline.
I can give you like brief details here, but there was somebody from Logan's community like a while ago. Like Logan, you don't mind me telling this story, do you? Like just Loki or anything? Tell it anyway, it's funny.
He's got 3 seconds to speak or forever hold his peace. Go off.
Yep, right. Sweet. Okay, so like there was a person in Logan's community back in the day, and they were quite active and all, and there is a lot about this person that I can't say, but the terms trash boat and swamp rat come to mind. And so like Logan was just doing a normal Mario 64 run one day, and she was on TikTok, like normally on Twitch. She was on TikTok this day, and there was somebody in the chat called Jimin, which is like the name of this guy from this K-pop band, BTS, right? Now, what we all learned this day was that community are very protective of their own, or not even of their own. They're just very protective of that band for some reason. And this kid called Jimin was about 9 years old, and he was in Logan's stream. And do you know what? He was just enjoying watching the game, asking questions, just talking, and it was fine. Just a young kid, it was fine. Not like anything cringe like that. And this woman was in her 30s. And she goes, "Oh my God, why are you called Jimin? Why are you pretending to be, this K-pop icon? You don't even know BTS, this, that," and going off on this kid who was like 25 years younger than her. and just
Wow.
absolutely. But and this kid was like, okay, sure, cool.
Like, what the
Immediately,
freak?
absolutely shit canned. Like, it was just bullying a 9-year-old because she liked this K-pop band and thought that he was trying to gain clout by using this person's name. And apparently, that's yeah. You have to change your name. It's disrespectful. That was the word. That was the words that were used to a 9-year-old.
Well, I remember that. I sort of remember that you have to change your name, but I feel like I remember that, but I wasn't sticking around that much. But I kind of remember that now that Ash said that. Yeah,
Yeah, it would have been like about a year ago, I think, maybe at this point, maybe about like a year
I,
ago. Just this,
I was
yeah,
always there.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and it
was
was just
silently
this young
watching.
kid, like, and usually, obviously, like, I think we'd all be kind of very like wary and mindful about people that young in the stream, but like, but this kid was literally doing, no harm. Like, it was just honestly, you would not have known, you know, but oh my god, she just was gatekeeping, and she's just ready to go to this kid's house and just knock the fuck out of him, like,
Wow.
and
Wow.
so Jimin became like a bit of a meme within that for a while. Just
Uh-huh.
yeah, and it was just like, and just he's just like, yeah, this person just got banned, like, and then more things kind of came out about this person and how toxic they were and stuff. That's one for offline. It's definitely
Yeah,
one for
yeah.
offline, because I don't think on a live platform it would be, especially TikTok. I don't think it would be appropriate for me to say, but but yeah.
Speaking of like banned and toxic, I actually had my very first viewer come into Twitch yesterday that just got banned. Like he
Really?
came in. Yeah, I started playing Diddy Kong Racing and then I moved on to GoldenEye and I forgot to change the game title, right?
Yeah.
And somebody reminded me, hey, the game title, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll do it after this run. And this guy comes in out of nowhere. Oh, your game title's this, and you can't do that, and that's disrespectful. And he was just being cursed, and then he started like just being all unhinged. And he goes, I'm gonna report you, and actually reported me. Like he goes, I'm reporting you and whatever. And then Cadence, is my mod. She's my mod, and she's like, oh, ban. I'm like, oh, I'll give him a sec, and then he just kept going, and I'm like, yeah, just ban that mother trucker, like him and you know me, mate, him and his mum and his sister and everybody under the sun can just get one of those ones. And I'm like, I just didn't stop. And then the thing is, it was my first GoldenEye 00 agent speed run, and I haven't done it in years. And I just couldn't play the game. I'm just like, no, I can't do this. I'm just going to go back to agent because
Yeah.
it was just too much. But
Yeah,
that
people
was my
do, like,
first.
people can just throw you off like that as well. Like, it just,
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
one thing, especially if it's like the first ever time that you get someone just being a dick, like blatantly just being an arsehole. Like, it's just like,
that's right.
kind of
It's
like,
just
it
been a
just kills the fucking vibe a bit. Like, it's like, I'm just like, meh. But yeah, I think I always kind of think sometimes you have to give them a bit of a chance, and
yeah.
then other times it's just like, no. But I'm like, who gets that precious about, like, oh my god, your game title's wrong, I'm offended, I'm gonna go and microwave small animals or something like that. It's like,
Yeah, he's
chill,
so
chill,
dumb.
chill your
And
shit,
and
like.
I explained myself. Like I actually said, "Oh, sorry, dude. Yep, I'll get to it in a sec. I'm in the middle of a run. Like I'm not gonna just stop and do it." But yeah. So that was my first ban.
how
But
did how did
yeah,
it
other than that,
feel?
it's been great. I don't know. Cadence did it, but it felt. I don't. I was just pissed off, Andy. I just want to like if he was in front of me, I would have just fucking. I don't know what I would have done. He just threw me off. It did.
uh
So like now I know when like Logan gets thrown off. Sometimes I see him just get really frustrated and can't play properly, and you can just tell when it. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't think I can do that. But then, yeah, that was me yesterday. But yeah,
yeah,
so yeah, Logan, that's it. My first triggering. I'm always triggered, but my first real triggering.
yeah,
I'm growing up.
whether it's like mummies and Ocarina of Time or just trolls, like it comes in different levels. Like, it's like you get triggered by, like, something in a game, but it's kind of like it's like road rage. You're pissed off for like no more than 5 seconds, but then something happens and you just, that doesn't, and it's a shame when that happens. But like,
Yeah,
there is something that is like so refreshing about firing down that banhammer. Like, I can give you an example now. The Logan will know this person because he came to my stream from Logan's, and oh my god, he was a fucking dose, to be honest with you. Like so he comes in, and I'm playing like a Mario. Logan knows.
I'm looking forward to this.
Exactly. He just knew right off the bat. So this kid comes in and he's like 16, and like I try and do like, you know, on Twitch I try and do like 18 plus, because I think it's like I mean, you know yourself, the sort of shit that we talk and stuff. It's like you can't be too young and be exposed to that, just that sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
without having to sort of like alter the way you are. It's a different story on TikTok and all, of course, like, but like that, this was before my TikTok days anyway. And so this kid, I was like, right, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here, like, behave yourself and it's fine. And then he was like, sort of like, he was just like, oh, do you ever play Mario 64 co-op? I have it on my Steam Deck, which was important because he seemed to mention the fact it was on his Steam Deck every time without fail. And I was like, oh yeah, I've got it, I play it, it's really good, this and the other. Oh, would you ever do it with viewers? I'm like, no, but I'm not ever going to rule it out. It's not outside the realms of possibility. And then, so then, okay, it's fine. You know, brush that off. He joined the Discord. I finished stream. Within 5 seconds, oh yeah, Andy, what date are you doing co-op with viewers so I know to be ready? I'm like,
what?
No, I'm not. So I used to come in like every single day and ask when's co-op with viewers, and I was like, mate, I will let you know if I do co-op with viewers. And then that was fine. And then he would just turn and be like, have you ever watched Invincible? And I'm like, yes, I've seen Invincible. I'm halfway through the second series, whatever. Oh, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. I'll not spoil anything, this and the other. And he just kept talking about Invincible. And he's like, oh, when are you watching the next episode of Invincible? I'm like, I'll watch it when I watch it. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then this is one of those things. It's like the chat would be talking about something, I'd be talking about something, and it would all kind of be like flowing quite well and stuff. And then he would just come out with, should I buy these Invincible Fortnite skins? I don't even play Fortnite. I'm like, I don't care. And then kind of having like, and then he started like, it was one day he started like spamming some shit, and I just like timed him out for 10 minutes, and I was like, right, let that be a warning, you know, stop being a melter. Let that be a warning. And then he started just kind of like, I can't remember, someone was making a joke about something, and then he just started trying to be funny and just saying stupid shit, and I was just like, right, you fucked here, like, and then banned him. And he's probably still there, and it was just, but it was like, I was just, I think though, like, the longer you do this, so I just kind of like went on and on there for a while, but like, I know like the longer you do this, the more memorable kind of crazies you get. So I'm seeing in chat here right now that people are talking about like old people of the past who have come into different streams. You get annoyed when you wouldn't play Mario. Yeah. That's right. So it was something about Mario Party as well, and I was just like, nah, fuck off. Speaking of getting annoyed when you wouldn't play Mario, Logan, when are you playing Mario 64 DS version? I heard it's really good.
I heard it was really good too. Andy, what about that guy that recently came into your stream and just said, "Hey everyone, I'm going live. I'm going live at 5 p.m. Watch me." And you're like, "Oh,
I just banned him immediately. Oh my god! Like, and then oh my, and then you messaged me the following morning, and like I was literally like, I think it was like maybe 5 a.m. or something, like 5:30 in the morning. It was like nearly about an hour before I got up to go to work. So bad. I'm not even going to say what I replied to your message because it was just fucking awful. It's literally like I get this message from Giz, and it's just like, "Oh, your best mate's live," and I was like, "Fuck's this guy?" And it was your man who'd come into my streams like, "Hi, hope you're well. I'm going live at 5 o'clock. Come watch. Anyway, take care." And I go, "Yo, fuck this middle-aged fuck right here." Like, you know?
We didn't know what he looked like, so when he did that, I followed him on purpose because I wanted to know when he goes live. And he goes live at 5 p.m., whatever his time was, and I jump in, and it's just this fat-ass motherfucking fat fuck who just is playing I can't remember what game he
I think
was playing, but he was
Fortnite, I think, or something like that.
I think it was I don't know what he was, and he had one viewer. It was me, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, oh hey. I'm like, you said to come watch you at 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. I'm watching you, and he's like, okay, thank you. I'm like, all right, I'm going now, bye. And then I just went like just left, and then I messaged Andy and I told him,
Just fucking raging
I
so hard.
yeah, I
It's like, fuck
told him
that,
like, yeah,
dude.
like your mate's live, go watch him. He's like, fuck that fat fuck, I don't know, some shit, but yeah.
It was absolutely. Oh my! Like, I mean, do you know? You need to raid into his stream. I don't know. I blocked him, to be honest. I banned him immediately. I was just like, no, dude. Like, you do like. I mean, no. So like the whole idea behind like self promo, like it's one of them things where if I know the person and if I'm friends with the person, you know, like if the odd thing comes out, totally fine. Not like as far as, oh yeah, here, go and, you know, I'm going live here after you, this and the other. You know, if like passing comments about certain things, it's like, yeah, fine. But I will always make a point as a joke to just be like, oh, what are you doing with the self promo here? What are you doing? What are you doing here? Like, you know,
Oh, you
just
get me all the
because,
time.
it's because it's an uncomfortable thing for people. 'Cause even though they know
You
it's
even
fine, even though they know it's
you,
fine, it's just like kind of shit.
I know because you changed my name in your Discord to Mr. Self Pro Mo at one point. Like that gets me so paranoid. Like I've got
Uh,
people in Logan's community all the time who are, "Giz, when you're going live," or even in his stream, "Giz, you're live this," or they'll use my emotes, and I'm like, "Oh, Logan, please, it's not me, it's them." Like I'm sorry, and then it's like I don't want to respond to it, but I also don't want to ignore them because they're my viewers and I'm in that viewership. And I was like, oh,
uh,
sort of like stuck between them. But you make it like, oh, Mo with the self promo, blah, and I'm like, no.
it's just so funny. I just think it's the funniest thing because it's for me. It's like I don't mind, and like I know people know that, but I think it's because anybody will go into anybody's stream and be like cautious about that, and especially like you say, you know, when people are asking you in somebody else's Discord, like when are you next going live, it's kind of like fucking DM me or something, like, because like I had that the same
Yeah,
whenever I started. The same thing happened to me when I started, and I was like, you know.
yeah,
So there is that like bit of sort of self-conscious thing in the background. I think the same thing happened to me with Freeman recently as well. Like somebody from Freeman's community said something about like Freeman's stream during mine, and I was just like fucking here we go.
no.
Here we go. And Freeman was fucking mortified. He felt terrible. He was like, oh my god, I can't do it. No. I'm just like, behave yourself, it's fine. It's just funny. It's just to make a
Wow.
point. It's just the laugh. Like, because I don't mean anything like malicious by it. Like, because if it's like if there was like anything wrong with it, if I did take issue with it, I would literally just be like, well, this isn't the place to do that. Just kind of, you know, just kind of curb that shit a little bit. But if it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if it's somebody I know and trust, I will make a point to just be all like, oh my god, what are you doing here? Like, and you know,
Nah,
but
100%, man,
yeah, man,
100%.
yeah. But guys, I think I'm going to end things here. Giz, thanks for hopping on for a while. I know this has been a lot longer than we said, but this has been a lot of fun. I have enjoyed this. It's
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. We know you said, oh, 10, 15 minutes, but I feel like
yeah,
we can
it's
go on and on and on. Like
for
we just,
sure.
I
Like
feel like
I'm gonna get a lot of
I'm
like
just
clips
talking
out
to
of
you,
this.
you know?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's it, and
yeah.
that's the thing. The what I like want to kind of do with these like little pop up sort of things. It's just that's I want them to be like a little bit more casual and informal than like the actual like full episodes that I put out and stuff like that. Because like I want to have like the full episodes that I do, but
Yeah.
then I want to have the just kind of unhinged shooting the shit live on TikTok here, just kind of impromptu almost sort of stuff. Like, need a full proper Giz episode style. That, I mean, that can 100% be arranged. 100% that can be arranged. You know, like, I mean,
Wait,
you got
I've already
the
said everything I wanted to say. Well, we got to start all over again.
you got the, you know, you got the tip of the Giz. You know, you just need the full mo, like, as it were. 6 months in, Giz recap. See, like, there is like that. There are
Yeah,
things like that. Things like that are definitely within the realms of possibility. Like, there are. I actually have something similar in the works. Like, you know, in the near future. So, but yeah, it
yeah.
started too early. But you're here now. Oh, T, You've
Oh,
just
see,
come
T
in
missed it
and T
all,
missed it
talking about
all.
him,
T
and
missed it all. I know we
T missed the
were.
T. T
I
missed all the
know
T.
we T missed all the tea. Like, where's that?
Wait, wait,
Where's
wait.
that tea time with tea?
Before you go, I need to know because nobody answered me yesterday. What the trucking hell is T's name? Is it?
Oh,
Is it?
it's Thaddeus. It literally is Thaddeus. That's why
Thaddeus?
That's why he goes by T, because it's such a weird name. It's Thaddeus. Yeah. Like, I will literally.
Thaddeus. What?
I'll put it in chat here. Like, that is. Oh, your comment wasn't posted because of this live settings. What? It's my live. I can fucking post what I want.
Is Giz streaming now? I don't know. It's a bit late.
There we go. Put those two words together, and that is T's name.
Thaddeus.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But like,
no, it's not.
No, it genuinely is. It genuinely is. But like, that's why he goes by Sir T,
wow.
because like people would be like, Thaddeus, what is that, a made up name or something like that? Like,
that's such a fucking cool name, man. I want that name.
He confided that in me like a while ago when we were chatting, and I was just like, I promise I won't tell anybody. But obviously, I've kind of just like broke that promise now. But Thaddy, Daddy Thaddy. Sounds like some kind. He is a god. He is an absolute god. Like, he is god tier.
A legend.
Yeah.
Doing Ocarina of Time now, and he's doing
exactly.
the randomizer, and I love it. I love it. He's gonna help me set it up for me. I would love it. But yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but yes, Giz, been a pleasure. Appreciate you taking the time to come on here. Everybody who's watched, everybody who's gifted, all the follows, everything, appreciate that so much. I'm glad this popped off the way it did. It has been so much fun. I'll definitely be around for doing more things like this, because I love these little impromptu pop-up ones where we just have like a casual conversation. And don't forget, Giz goes live at 5 p.m. Oh, mate, let's go.
I don't know, everyone's asking me in DM, are you going live? I'm like, I don't know, it's 11 p.m. Yeah, I know, it's in DMs.
No, you are amazing. You are amazing.
Do you know what? Hey, actually, I know we're trying to leave, but does anybody know what me's name is? Everyone calls him me, but do you know what his name is? I asked him the other day, I said, me, what's your name? And he goes, no one's ever asked me that. And this was in Austin's stream, mind you. Him and Austin were quite close, and Tony Marie was in there, and none of them knew what his name was. And I'm like, how the fuck are you around and no one knows your name? And I know his name now. I can tell you what it is. It's not me. His name's not me. But his name's Jeff. My name's Jeff. Me's name is Jeff. For anybody wondering, yeah, it's Jeff. All right, I'll let you go. I know you're trying to go, but yeah, I might go live in about 5 minutes. I'll do something really quick. I don't know yet. Maybe
you'll have to see. Like, I'm definitely going to get a few clips from this as well. Anyway, like, just because the VODs do stay for a while onto TikTok, so I'll be able to like kind of get a few, going to get a few clips out of this and just post it up, and be sweet. But yeah,
that would be awesome, man.
Giz, it has been a pleasure. Appreciate that. I'll let you go get set up, and if you're streaming, I'll catch you in your stream.
You're done, mate. Thanks so much, Andy. Chat, everybody.
Man, of course, yes. Thank you.
See you guys soon, all right? See you, mate. Take care.
Cheers, man. Take it easy.
Catch you guys. Bye. Bye.